Hey, what's up everybody? My name is SaltyPlayer and today I'm here with another MotoGP video. And can you throw even more curveballs at this 2020 season than there were before? I mean, there were some crazy races and now it started to rain, so great fun for everybody. I have my usual topics as I do always: MotoGP, Moto2 and Moto3. I have 2 discussion topics for you today and I hope you will enjoy. I will not be so graphic and stuff. I'll just put up some pictures and talk over them. I'll hope you enjoy, and if you have any thoughts or any comments, please drop them below. You already know this. I will happily answer. So I hope you have a good one. Enjoy. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the MotoGP class. And plot twists galore as the MotoGP race was about to start, but 5 minutes before the start of the race it started pouring above the Le Mans circuit, so all the bikes were wheeled off the grid and a wet race was declared when the bikes returned after a short 10 minutes later to the grid. Then when the race started, it was early heartache when Rossi crashed in the second corner of the race. Then there were some awesome battles going on between the Ducatis of Petrucci, Dovizioso and Jack Miller, and it was Rins who eventually started to reel them in and fought with them, but he crashed out of second position, so very unfortunate for Rins. Then in the final stages of the race, it was Alex Marquez, Paul Espargaro and Miguel Oliveira who joined the party. In the end, it was Petrucci who won a surprising. Alex Marquez was in second and Paul Espargaro completed the podium in third. So the top 3 of the race was Danilo Petrucci won the race, Alex Marquez, who came from 18th on the grid, finished in second, and Paul Espargaro finished in third. For the championship then, Joan Mir rode a rather cautious race with the championship in mind, of course, which left him in an 11th place, which means he left Le Mans with 105 points. Then the same could be said about Quartararo, who rode a rather cautious race, finishing in 9th, and he left Le Mans with 115 points. Then going on to Dovizioso, he had a good race, but in the end his tires were destroyed, which meant he lost some places in the final laps to ultimately finish 4th, which is not a bad result, and he left Le Mans with 97 points. Then the top 5 in the championship has been stirred quite a bit, but Quartararo remains on top with 115 points, Mir is second with 105 points, Dovizioso has climbed up to 3rd position with 97 points, Vinales dropped a position to 96 points, and Nakagami climbed up some places with 81 points. Alright, and for the ones to watch, Brad Binder finished in 12th for his first wet race and Aleix Espargaro finished in 14th. Then I have an honorable mention for Alex Marquez with his awesome comeback race from 18th on the grid, a remarkable job from the rookie. Then I was a bit bummed out by Rossi who crashed, Rins who crashed, and Miller whose bike just gave up just a couple of laps before the end of the race. Very unfortunate because he was riding a very solid race. Then for the Le Mans race win, I thought Quartararo was going to win that one, but I didn't count the rain in, so he didn't. And then for the Aragon victory, I think Mir will finally take his first victory. Then we have arrived at the first discussion topic of this video. And I know I didn't talk about it in my other videos, but the first champion of the year is known, and it was Jordi Torres that took the championship in the Moto E class, and I will give you the Moto E top 5 right here on your screen. Then we have arrived at the Moto2 class. The track was drying when they were about to start, so everybody gambled on slick tires, but early heartache for Joe Roberts as there was a problem with his bike on the grid, but I'll tell you about this in a moment. But when the race eventually started, in a weird way I have to add, it were Jake Dixon, Sam Lowes who ran away at the front, but with a front wheel lockup it was Jake Dixon who got away at the front, leaving Lowes behind him because he made the mistake. But with 5 laps to go, it was heartbreaking to see Jake Dixon crash from the lead, thus giving the win to Sam Lowes. It was Remy Gardner with a ballsy move in the final lap, I might add, to give him the second place, and Marco Bezzecchi who completed the podium. So as I said, Sam Lowes won the race, Remy Gardner was second, and Marco Bezzecchi was in third. For the championship, for Luca Marini, it was awesome to see him start the race, knowing he had a monster high side on Friday, but he had a race outside of the points in 17th, leaving him at 150 points. Marco Bezzecchi had a solid race in third, racking up some good points. He's leaving Le Mans with 130 points. And then for Enea Bastianini, he finished in 11th, that leaves him with 135 points. Then the top 5 in the championship is as follows: Luca Marini with 150 points, Enea Bastianini with 135 points, Marco Bezzecchi with 130 points, Sam Lowes with 128 points, and then a big gap to Jorge Martin with 79 points. Then for the ones to watch, Aaron Canet didn't start the race due to a finger injury he got in the warm-up session, so I hope he will recover soon. And Nagashima finished the race in 21st, so not a great result for him. Then I want to give an honorable mention to Joe Roberts, whose bike was wheeled off the grid because they couldn't get a rear tire in on the starting grid. He had to start last and did an awesome recovery job into 6th place. I also have an honorable mention for Augusto Fernandez in 4th and for Thomas Luthi in 5th. Then I was a bit bummed out by Jake Dixon with his crash out of the lead. I hope he can get a solid result in Aragon because he was doing very good. And I'm also a bit bummed out for Nagashima in 21st. Then for the Le Mans race win, I got Marini for the win, but unfortunately I got that one wrong. And for the Aragon race, I think Sam Lowes will win the race. Then we have arrived at the second discussion topic, which is I was in the MotoGP virtual fan wall. So I got a mail, if you want to join the fan wall, you had to subscribe, and I did, and I was with the chosen ones, I guess. So I was lucky. I think it's an awesome experience because you get to know other people from other continents that also are MotoGP fans, so that was awesome. It's a great initiative I think Dorna does to get some fans involved because there are a limited amount of fans around the track. In any case, it was an awesome experience and I hope I can experience it once more. Then we have arrived at the Moto3 class, and it was still dry when the Moto3 race got underway, and like always it was a large group that got away, but when the race progressed some riders crashed, leaving it an 8-man large group to go into the final stages. In the end it was Vietti that took the win with Arbolino in second and Arenas taking the final podium spot. So as I said, the top 3 of the race were Celestino Vietti, Tony Arbolino and Albert Arenas. Then for the championship, Agura didn't perform that well, but with a couple of crashes in front of him, he didn't lose too many points, finishing in 9th in the championship. He now has 129 points. Albert Arenas had a solid race in 3rd, he now has 135 points, and Celestino Vietti won the race, so racked up a good stack of points. He now has 119 points. Then the top 5 in the championship is as follows. Albert Arenas leads the championship with 135 points. Agura is in 2nd with 129 points. Vietti has 119 points. Arbolino has 115 points. And McPhee has 98 points. Then for the ones to watch, Barry Baltus unfortunately had an awful qualifying practice and had to start from the last place on the grid, but he again did an awesome recovery job, finishing 16th, just 1 place outside of the points. Tatsuki Suzuki unfortunately crashed out of the race. Then I have an honorable mention for Masia in 4th, Raul Fernandez in 7th and Ayumi Sasaki in 6th. Then I was a bit bummed out by John McPhee, who was taken out unfortunately by Jeremy Alcobo, so I think his championship aspirations are now completely gone, and for Darren Binder, who had a technical malfunction on the bike. Then for the Le Mans race win, I think Albert Arenas would win the race, but I got that one wrong, pretty close though in 3rd. But for the Aragon 1 race, I think Masia will win the race. So that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed it, you had a great listen. Please subscribe to my channel, like this, comment if you want, I will happily answer in the comment section below, and enjoy the race weekend. Have a great one.